What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. So this is my preview video for Oleksandr USYK versus Anthony Joshua 2. Now both men are heavier than last time. Anthony Joshua weighed in at 244.5 pounds and Oleksandr USYK weighed in at 221.25 pounds. So Anthony Joshua is 5 pounds heavier, 4.5 pounds heavier than last time, and Oleksandr USYK is 1/4 pound heavier than last time. Now, with regards to this fight really is a career-defining fight for Anthony Joshua, because if he loses this fight, he isn't in the conversation for top 3 heavyweights anymore. You know, the conversation for the best heavyweights in the division. He's not in that conversation anymore if he loses this fight. And Anthony Joshua has been in that conversation for a while now. So for him to go out and lose against Oleksandr USYK, it's a long way back. For Oleksandr USYK, obviously, he's achieved what he's achieved at cruiserweight, and coming up to heavyweight, he's already achieved, world champion at heavyweight and cruiserweight. I think for Anthony Joshua, it's more of a career-defining fight. I think that this fight here could just be that fight that Anthony Joshua is really going to struggle with, and that's because of the style of Oleksandr USYK. Anthony Joshua fought a fighter called Oleksandr USYK in the amateurs, and he lost that fight. It got given to him, but he lost. Now Savon, although an orthodox fighter, was slick, fluid, and good at moving. Oleksandr USYK, slick, fluid, good at moving. I think that Anthony Joshua struggles with that type of style. I think Anthony Joshua is a guy who likes to target a bit more stack so he can set his feet. And I think that is something that Anthony Joshua is going to struggle with against Oleksandr USYK no matter what. Now, with regards to how both fighters need to come out for this fight, Anthony Joshua in the last fight made the mistake of being passive against Oleksandr USYK. He followed Oleksandr USYK around the ring. USYK was creating angles, was using his movement at times, although sometimes he would stand his ground. And Anthony Joshua was really trying to keep up with what USYK was doing. Anthony Joshua needs to fight his own fight in this fight. I believe Anthony Joshua needs to use educated aggression. He needs to be more aggressive, but he needs to be educated. He needs to get the center of the ring and Teofimo Lopez style jabs to the stomach. You see, when Teofimo Lopez fought Vasily Lomachenko, he stood center ring against a smaller man and hit him to his body. And really, I think that Anthony Joshua needs to use the same tactics, big man tactics and educated aggression. He needs to not be so passive in the fight following USYK. That's what he needs to do. He needs to throw the jab to the stomach. He needs to double his jab up in this fight. I didn't really see him double his jab up in the first fight. You see, if he doubles his jab up, it gives USYK something more to think about. And also, if he doubles his jab up, USYK's going to have to guess when the right hand's coming from behind that double jab. So he can double jab and then the right hand comes in, but not every time, to make USYK think. He also needs to go for USYK's body. I've already talked about a jab to the body. He needs to go to USYK's body. I've heard that USYK had trouble to the body in the past. So Anthony Joshua needs to test that. Anthony Joshua also needs to lead with the right hand. He needs to lead with the right hand in this fight, because the southpaw's not expecting that a lot. So he needs to double jab. He needs to follow that double jab sometimes with the right hand behind it. He needs to lead with the right hand. He needs to jab to the stomach. He needs to take center ring. And when it gets on the inside, he needs to rough Usyk up. I almost saw Usyk like roughing Anthony Joshua up on the inside last time. Like, what's that all about with the size difference? Anthony Joshua needs to make it rough on the inside. When they get in the clinch, ideally Usyk's back needs to end up touching the ropes. For Anthony Joshua to have the best chance of, you know, as part of roughing Usyk up so that he can have the best chance of imposing his physicality on Usyk. That's what he needs to do. With regards to Oleksandr Usyk, he needs to really much of the same as last time, because I think Anthony Joshua is always going to struggle against a moving target. I think Anthony Joshua is always going to struggle with fluidity. I think he's going to struggle with speed. I think he's going to struggle. So I think I think Oleksandr Usyk really needs to use the same tactics as last time. Perhaps be a bit more aggressive and go for it a bit more when he has Anthony Joshua in trouble. He had Anthony Joshua in trouble in the last fight a few times, didn't really go for it as much as maybe he could have done. Obviously he knows he's in there against a hard puncher, so that's why he was being quite, circumspect. I think that in this fight he should go for it a bit more, just to, even if it's not going to get the knockout, so that it can put some more authority on the fight. But I think Oleksandr Usyk really the same tactics, but maybe move around a bit more at the start. Oleksandr Usyk really stood his ground at the start, but last fight, maybe move around a bit more, because he wants to see what Anthony Joshua is going to do. If Anthony Joshua comes in like Derek Chisora, Oleksandr Usyk's going to want to create some distance between him and Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua, he doesn't want Anthony Joshua to catch him with anything big at the start of the fight, and he knows, he should know that Anthony Joshua hasn't got the best engine. So if Anthony Joshua is going to make a fast start, Oleksandr Usyk can just keep it sensible. There's a very good chance Anthony Joshua is going to be struggling later on. So I think that's what Oleksandr Usyk needs to do. Much of the same, a bit more aggressive, and maybe move around a bit at the start of the fight. Obviously get that lead hand control, get his foot on the outside, and I think that Oleksandr Usyk is the most likely to win this fight. You see, with regards to Anthony Joshua, he's a good puncher. He's got that punch power. I think Oleksandr Usyk, as the levels go up in the heavyweight division, I think that I think the thing is, people say, it takes one punch, and that's true. But as fighters step up the levels in the heavyweight division, I think that the opportunity to land that punch, decreases, because the opposition's better at getting out of the way. So while people might say it takes one punch, and that's true, I think, the better the competition, the less likely it is that one punch is going to land, because that fighter's not going to give you all those opportunities that fighters at lower levels are going to give you. So I think Oleksandr Usyk really is the favourite to win this fight. And I think Anthony Joshua may have peaked early. I think Anthony Joshua was a better fighter when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. And I think that he might have improved technically, but there's something, something's not the same. He's not the same fighter. If Anthony Joshua, if the way Anthony Joshua was when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, if he fought Oleksandr Usyk, it would have been a different fight. I'm not saying he would have won. I'm saying it would have been a different fight, because Anthony Joshua would have gone for it more than he did when he was losing. That's my opinion. So what do you make of the fight? Who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to go much different to last time, or do you think it's going to go the same? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video, and I'll see you on the next video.